from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, the undefeated challenger, Victor Mermelada Cayo. From Santa Fe, Argentina, the defending WBA interim super lightweight world champion, Marcos Chino Madonna.
Una pelea limpia. La cruz aquí está un poco alta. The trunks here a little high here. Quizá que tan bueno. Okay, we read it already. All right. Okay, the punches are good here. Okay. Okay, the cup is high. I will give him the warning now. Give me a good, clean fight. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up. Okay.
And for Maidana, most of them coming early in Maidana's career. By all accounts, and talking with both young men, we've had a chance to talk with Maidana on a couple of occasions. Two nice young men squaring off in the ring tonight. They'll show they're nasty with their punches. What's the mindset of Cayo have to be right now? He's in there against a guy he knows Maidana can knock people out. He's got 26 knockouts. Is that just a little bit of cautiousness that you want early on just to get a taste of what the guy has?
Absolutely. You know, you don't want to really get hit, especially in the first couple rounds. And you know the guy has power, so you really is watching out for that power.
Talking with Maidana yesterday, you know, he talked about the fact that he respects all of his opponents, and getting to know him and talk with him, you actually believe him.
Yeah, he's a nice young man and very pleasant.
Maidana, one of 8 children from Santa Fe, Argentina, grew up in a town of about 1,000. Lives with his mom in Buenos Aires in one of 3 apartments that he owns. Cayo, one of 12 children, 6 boys and 6 girls. His dad, a construction foreman. He's earned enough money so his mom doesn't have to work anymore, but he says his goal is to buy them a house.
Maidana comes into this fight with a reputation, the deserved reputation as a puncher. Cayo has surprising power. He doesn't look like a puncher. His knockout record isn't overly impressive, but he is rather heavy-handed for the style in which he fights.
You know, it looks like Maidana's trying to find a way in, but he's getting caught as he comes in.
Maidana trying to throw some hooks to the body. Left hand by Cayo to the body of Maidana. Final seconds of round number 1, scheduled for 12. Marcos Maidana and Victor Cayo. The biggest fight of his career at the end of round number 1. He wasn't hurt, but he went to the wrong corner. He went to the neutral corner.
You know, we heard Miguel Diaz, very experienced cutman and trainer for Maidana, say, you know, this guy can't punch, just go get him. But, you know, fighters pick up these subtle signals from each other early in a fight. They feel each other's power. They see the way each other moves. And it tells them how much respect early on they need to give their opponent. And so far, at least in the first round, Cayo commanded a certain amount of respect from Maidana.
Well, you know, when you're undefeated, you have to get that respect because there's something about you that, you know.
But I think what do you think he's shown Maidana so far that's stopping Maidana from giving him the bum's rush?
Well, Maidana hasn't found it easy to hit him. And I think that's kind of messing him up a bit.
Yeah, like that movement right there,
yeah,
Lennox.
the movement, the quickness, and he hasn't really got used to the body rhythm yet.
Although here we see Maidana getting a little more aggressive.
You know, he's trying something new. But Cayo definitely needs to throw that jab a lot more. He's not throwing it enough. And he has the speed and the quickness to be able to be really effective with that. Most of his punches right now are really looping punches and need to be a little bit more straighter.
The other thing about Cayo coming into this fight, makes a lot of technical mistakes. But it's not as though Marcos Maidana is, you know,
Whitaker,
Donald Curry or some great, that's more obscure, I guess Purnell's a better reference, right? He's not some technically perfect fighter. He himself is an awkward, roundhouse punching kind of fighter at times. He's not best situated to take full advantage of all Cayo's mistakes. Not Timothy Bradley or Devin Alexander.
Cayo hooks to the body and then goes to the head. Maidana blocking a lot of that, although the right hand did get in.
Cayo's elected to go forward. I think he senses something or sees something that he can expose.
He slaps a little with his punches.
Well, he needs to close his hands a bit more. You know, when a man's loose, he's got his hands down. One thing he needs to be reminded of is to keep his hands together and close his fist, especially when he's throwing the punches. Some referees will warn you.
Cayo doesn't mind mixing it up either.
Cayo needs to keep his hands up a little bit more, especially up against the ropes. You don't want to put your hands down and be up against the ropes, because when you want to move, you have no place to move and your hands are down.
Oh, and he got dropped by a left right at the bell. And it's counting.
5.
First time he's ever been down. I thought that came after the bell.
8. 9. Okay,
Well, that one is close.
Cayo still looks a bit wobbly on his feet.
There was no intention there from Maidana. No. They were in the middle of an exchange when the bell rang.
Exactly. The punch is on its way as the bell is ringing. You can't stop it.
And it didn't appear to me that it landed because Cayo relaxed. It landed because, as you guys were pointing out, Cayo had his hands down.
Gaby, escucha. Con el jab.
Listen.
Con el jab.
Listen,
No ves que está ganando las peleas.
You're winning the fight. What the hell are you doing staying there?
Con el jab, movete. No te fíes de lo que te pega en la nuca.
Don't worry about that punch to the neck. He's hitting him in the neck. What's wrong? Joe, please, he's hitting him in the neck. Please control it. Please control it. He hit him after the bell and he hit him in the neck. Come on, it's 3 times. 3 times. What's up with that?
You go out there, you pay attention. Vamos, papi. Seguí con el jab.
You would take a look at the punch that...
Well, you heard the bell before the punch landed.
But Cayo...
And, the camp... Gabriel Sarmiento, the trainer for Cayo, complaining that Maidana's hit him behind the neck. Well, part of that has to do with Cayo kind of moving around and dipping all over the place. It's not like Maidana's purposely trying to hit him behind the neck. You see how he dips down right there?
Cayo, even as he gained confidence in the second round, was really exposing his chin when he was digging in like that with those uppercuts and hooks.
Maidana with a loaded up left hook that missed.
And while Maidana is a puncher, as I mentioned, Cayo is fortunate not to be in with a Timothy Bradley or a Devin Alexander fighting in this kind of fundamentally unsound style. With a lot of fighters out of the Dominican Republic. He's talented, Cayo. You see he's talented. but the technique is not there. It's not. We've seen fighters from that part of the world, from Cuba, from Puerto Rico, come out with much better technical skills than we've seen from most fighters out of the Dominican Republic. Not the same emphasis on boxing.
They look at their heroes, like for me, you know, Muhammad Ali was my hero, and I loved his style, and his style worked for me. And it's important to grab something from a boxer that you love, from one of your heroes, and take. And
they're not the same level of trainer or same emphasis on boxing, but without those great fighters to emulate, that Dominican fighters are less likely to succeed.
Right, you need to see somebody that. This is where Cayo needs to put his hands up.
He almost bounced into the left off the ropes. There's the bell to end round. Maidana and Victor Cayo. Time for Harold Lennerman's unofficial scorecard.
Okay, Bob, I got it 30-26. 3 rounds to nothing, Marcos Maidana. You know, Bob, he's got tremendous defense. I mean, Victor Cayo is a guy that lives on the edge. He keeps his hands down all the time, even when Maidana is flurrying. On the other hand, Maidana, the arms high, the elbows in tight, and in round 1, even though Cayo had a better work rate, I thought Maidana blocked a lot of his shots and scored some hard ones. In round 2, Maidana gets an extra point for the knockdown, and certainly I thought he won round 3. I got it 3-0, Marcos Maidana.
We're in Las Vegas at the Hard Rock. Bob Papa, Lennox Lewis, Max Kellerman. For HBO's Boxing After Dark, Marcos Maidana and Victor Cayo fighting in the 140-pound weight class. Interim champion is Maidana. 27 wins, 26 knockouts against the 25-year-old Cayo, 24-0 with 15 knockouts.
Lennox, you mentioned earlier, previous round, that you need these boxing role models where you're from to. You know, the best fighter out of DR in recent years has been Joan Guzman. And Guzman, though he was successful tonight against Tunica, does it taking a lot of risks, not fighting the most technically sound fight. He fights in a kind of better version of this Cayo style. You know, and Cayo keeps complaining that he's getting hit in the back of the head. Now, Maidana did it right there, but a lot of the time, Cayo is dipping down and causing that to happen. Maidana blocked that combination with his forearms and gloves.
See, I like that about Cayo. Cayo will come after you. He'll look like he's, you know, running away and staying far from you. His hands are down, and all of a sudden he'll elect to go forward, which is good.
Chopping right hand by Maidana, a left and then a right again.
There's raw material there with Cayo, obviously.
See, this is where balance is a key for either fighter. You know, if one fighter has better balance, they'll get through with better punches.
Maidana resets with a jab.
Break! Let's go.
A lot of that getting blocked. And then Maidana gets Cayo between the ropes and then throws a punch at him.
That was a bit dirty by Maidana. Guys, upper bodies all the way through the ropes, and Maidana tried to take advantage with a right hook.
You know what it is? You have to protect yourself at all times. The referee's in there to protect you. So, you know, at that point, that's where the referee was on time.
Round number 5 begins in the scheduled 12-rounder between Marcos Maidana in the green and yellow against Victor Cayo in the blue.
Not sure where that left hand landed by Maidana, but it seemed to thud.
There's a right cross by Maidana. Cayo blocked some of it. Get the feeling that Maidana is starting to find the zone a little bit, Lennox?
Well, he's settled down a little bit. You know, he's trying to work different things. But Cayo's a difficult opponent. He's not there, and sometimes he's there. He's not easy to hit. His defense is kind of weird, but he blocks your punches, throws punches, and he gets through with punches.
Oh, good left hand by Cayo.
Got those long arms, Cayo, too.
Not only long, but they're heavy. There's power behind them.
Yep.
And Maidana tries to dig in and go to work.
And he has the temperament of a real fighter, Cayo. For all the technical mistakes he makes, for the fact that his basic style is a hit and miss style, wants to hit and not get hit. You see him here pressing the action when he feels like he has the advantage, and he's going toe-to-toe at times with a dangerous fighter, Maidana, and getting the better of it right now.
Maidana counters with a left and then a right to the body against Cayo.
See, Cayo really stands still and puts his face out there in the way. When really,
left hand by Maidana.
Really needs to keep that hand up a little bit more. See, when you're used to keeping your hands down, all of a sudden the guy throws a punch, your hands are down, and then when you go to move, your hands are still down, but you can't move anywhere and you get hit and hurt.
And it's a shame, Lennox, because we see Cayo has some very good defensive instincts, and he's worked on some very good defensive maneuvers, making Maidana miss in the middle of the ring. If he were to keep his hands up and correct some of those mistakes, he'd be very difficult to hit.
Well, at least one hand up.
They both exchanged big shots in a testament to Rock'em Sock'em Robot here in round 5.
See?
Not always pretty, but a good fight.
The heck with the jabs. Let's just throw power shots, shall we? Right hand to the body by Maidana. Good left to the body by Cayo. Nice combination by Victor Cayo to end the round. Get set for the start of round number 6 between Cayo and Maidana. Cayo is down near the end of round number 2, right at the bell from the left hand. Actually, we started the night at 135 pounds. We showed the graphic of the lightweight division. Then before this fight, we showed the 140-pound division and how talented it is. When you think about the landscape of this division, look at the talent, not even at the top of the division.
I'm impressed by Cayo. He is competing. I mean, he's getting his head handed to him a bit here at the moment, but he's competing with a top 140-pounder with all the technical flaws he has. He's doing it on talent and moxie and some technical improvement from the last time we've seen him.
Maidana just missed that right hand as Cayo backpedals away.
He's taken a beating in this round so far. He looks hurt.
Good right hand by Maidana.
Cayo has to really hold on right now and keep his hands up because he doesn't have
body shot
well on his feet.
Hook right to the body. From Cayo.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ain't not gonna make it. A blistering body shot by Marcos Maidana. According to Punch Zone in that round, Maidana landed 10 body shots, including the one that finished it off. The impressive thing about Maidana, he didn't have a guy right in front of him. He had a very awkward style. And he was able to figure it out and let his heavy hands do the talking as he gets knockout number 27. Take a look at it, Lennox. Perfectly placed body shot. Right hand, right to the midsection.
And that was on the belt.
The solar plexus shot.
Yep. Take a look at it. Right again, right here. Right hand's going to come in. Boom. Hey, right above the belt. And he took the wind and the undefeated record of Mermelada and threw it out the window. Maidana, 28-1, 27 stops.
7 KOs, Marcos Chino.